Gonzalez, and I'm going to talk about a situation that occurred back in my college years when I was 18, 19 years of age. I was from El Paso originally, and I went to San Antonio, Texas to college. And I lived in the dorms there. And in my second year of college, I was a sophomore. I met another guy. His name was Roel Gonzalez, no relation to me, of course. Anyway, he was from the San Antonio area, and we became friends. We hit it off, and we were good friends. For that first year, we liked the same things. We liked to play football. We liked to play basketball. We had a few beers. We would drink together, and we had classes together. Well, the following year after that, he became my roommate, and we were roommates for about 2 years. And during all that time, he always had girlfriends, and I always had Martha. And we would be dating, and he would see his girlfriends all the time. He would always have girl problems. He'd come talk to me about his girl problems. Until when I was a junior in college, I guess it was, or a senior, I don't quite remember. He comes to me one day, and he brings to my room a six-pack of beer. And he says, hey, let's have a few beers. So we're there talking. And he tells me that he announces to me that he is gay. And I was shocked. I never suspected that from him. And of course, he said that he was gay and that he had his friends. And I never knew he even had these types of friends. And he just wanted to tell me because we were good friends. And he said that he felt he had to be honest with me. And at first I reacted with, and I'm a little ashamed to say it, but I reacted shocked, and I shied away from him after that. For a few days I didn't want to talk to him. I was angry at him for not telling me the truth from the beginning. Because he told me that he had been gay for a long time, even though he was dating all these girls. And I was just totally surprised that he was gay. And I always pictured what a gay person should be, and he never fit that mold. And that's why I was so surprised and shocked at his announcement to me.
Thank you.
That's it. Okay, I'm back for part 2. Anyway, we were still friends. We stayed friends as always. And I got used to the idea of him being gay, and I got to meet some of his gay friends. And so eventually we just kept in touch with each other. And I graduated from college, and I moved on. And then eventually I married my wife. And he stayed. He had trouble with school, and he stayed on board. He would go part-time. He would quit at a time. About a year or two after I graduated from college, we go back. My wife and I go back to visit him because I was living outside of San Antonio. We go back to visit him, and he says he's doing great, and he's having a good life and enjoying himself. And eventually, I think he quits college. He never finishes. So we leave and we just keep in touch periodically. About 2 years after that, or 3 years after that, I get a call from another friend who I had known in college and who also knew Roel, who tells me that that Roel was dying of AIDS. He contracted AIDS, I guess because of his gay lifestyle. And so we went back to see him, and we spoke, and we were very frank about it. And I asked him, how long have you known? And he told me that he had known for a few years. In fact, a couple years before, when I saw him, he had known about it, but he didn't want to tell me at that time. He knew he was going to be, he was infected with the HIV virus, and that he may not survive it. He survived maybe another 2 or 3 more years, and eventually it overtook his immune system, and he did die. We kept in touch sporadically because we were always away from San Antonio. He stayed in the San Antonio area. After he did die, I don't remember what year it was anymore, but when he died, I wasn't able to attend the funeral, and to this day I feel bad about that. But a few weeks after that, I went to go visit his parents to go talk to them, and they had told me that his last few months was pretty hard on him. He lost a lot of weight, and he changed from a very robust looking type of guy to a very thin, frail looking young man. And at first he was afraid to die. He was talking to his family saying that he loved them. And his father, when he first learned of him having AIDS, was the day that he also told him that he was also going to die from it. And it was hard on his dad. From what I understand, he made peace with his dad. They had a long discussion before he passed away. And his father told him that he cared for him, he still loved him no matter what. It was his son. And it was a very good, heartwarming story that I think fondly of for the Gonzalez's. I understand that when on his final days, he was talking to his grandma and saying that he didn't fear death anymore. He knew that he had a good life. He felt that he had made some mistakes, but he still lived his life that he thought he saw fit. And he believed in God, and he was at peace when he passed away. And now I've seen his parents once after that, and it's just so hard to see them. But I just like to tell them that he was a good friend of mine, and I miss him.